Hello, this is Professor Neil Hamilton from the Drake University Agricultural Law Center in Des Moines, Iowa. I want to welcome you to this week's installment of Our Water, Our Land. We're here at my office in the law school because we're excited to announce the release of a new report. It's called How to Improve Water Quality on Iowa's Farms, a step-by-step guide to navigating conservation programs. This 65-page report is available on the center's website and can be downloaded for your use. Our goal was to make it easier for Iowa's farmers and landowners to understand the wide array of conservation programs that are available and the public cost sharing that can be used to help support the installation of water quality practices. The guide was developed under a 2017 grant from the Leopold Center at Iowa State University and is now being administered by the Iowa Nutrient Center. Iowa has a wide range of programs available to assist landowners in implementing conservation, but being able to understand how the programs actually work can be a challenge. Our goal in creating this report was to provide a step-by-step guide for farmers and landowners to understand these programs. The guide does this in two ways. First, it lists the commonly used conservation practices that can be implemented to improve water quality, things like cover crops or installing grass waterways or using long-term crop rotations. And it identifies which of the state and federal agencies have programs that can fund those practices. Secondly, then for each of those programs, it takes a detailed look at explaining how they actually operate. The guide covers popular federal conservation programs such as the Conservation Stewardship, Environmental Quality Incentives, and the widely used Conservation Reserve Program. For state programs, the guide examines the Water Quality Initiatives, the State Water Quality Revolving Fund, and the installation of soil conservation practices. One unique feature is that for each program, the guide addresses a common set of questions. It asks who is eligible, how you apply, what the documents are that are required, how selections are made, how the practices are implemented, how the payments actually happen, and how the programs are enforced. If we expect farmers and landowners to actually use these conservation programs to install water quality practices, we believe it's important that they understand how the programs work and that we take the mystery out of using them. As the guide explains, many of these programs are administered by the county soil and water conservation districts. One of the important recommendations that the guide makes for these programs and for any of these water quality programs is that it's important for farmers and landowners to go into the local offices and to establish a personal working relationship with the technicians who are involved in administering the programs. They can really help you understand the best way to use these programs to install practices on your farm. This has been Professor Neil Hamilton from the Drake University Agricultural Law Center with today's Our Water, Our Land.